In this video, we're going to talk about the GNU Spam, or as it's also known, the Super Progressive Air Machine. It's a camber dominant, all mountain freestyle board with a unique shape that only comes in one size. By far, this is my favorite board in the GNU lineup. This is a board that you can rip carves with, slash pow, ride the park. It's a quiver of one type of board. And the fact that it's a collab with Air Blaster, you know there's some funny marketing behind it, and it's pink. It's a pink snowboard. I mean, what more can you say about it? It's hilarious. But this board, I just can't say enough good things about it. So why don't we dive into the review?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is where Spam comes from.
This board features Mervin's C3 camber profile, which is their take on camber 2.0. So there's an ever so slight mellow reverse camber into the camber zones underfoot, and then it goes down into flat. You have to load it up. It's gonna have a lot of pop. It's gonna have a lot of response to it. You're gonna feel like you're riding traditional camber with C3.
The big thing with the Spam is how versatile the flex pattern is in this. It's one of those middle of the road flex patterns that's still very playful. When you look at the shape, you do have a slightly longer nose, so just ever so slightly it feels like there's more flex there than there is in the tail. There's a lot of torsional give to this board, and you could really twist it and flex it however you want when you're riding with it, but it's still stable and smooth through the vast majority of the camber area. Now, this is a board that is stable at high speeds when you're charging around on a groomer, and when you get off the beaten path and you're getting into chunder, bumps, moguls, whatever, it flexes and bends with everything. This is a board that is actually really versatile. You can free ride with it, but you can also be freestyle. This is a really playful, lively board, so you're going to feel a little bit of chatter, not a lot. You know, it's stable for the most part due to that camber zone that it has from the C3 profile. This is a board you can charge with when you want to, but still butter and have fun and dork around when you need to or want to. Spam stands for Super Progressive Air Machine, and this board is at home in the air. There's a lot of snap out of the tail when you ollie with this thing. You're going to feel it. You're going to be able to just load up and pop. This board boosts. It's got some of the most snap out of anything I've ridden from GNU. It's just a great all-around board for popping, ollieing slow signs, hitting cat track gaps, you know, sending rollers like 20, 30 feet because you're coming in as fast as you can, doing what you want to do. It's just a really progressive board for ollieing with and popping off things. That longer nose that's really blunt gives a great platform for locking in butters. You can just pop a 180, land on it, go, pop right back out. This board has snap out of any butters that you do with it. It's one of those boards that it's not gonna suck. If you're doing it in fresh snow, it really locks in, and then you pop right back out and you go back to slashing with it. This board can butter till its heart's content, especially outside that C3 camber zone. You've just got these sweet spots that really let you lock in and play around with the board. So who would I recommend the Spam for? Well, this is for the all-mountain freestyle powder hound that wants a quiver of one type of board. It's that versatile of a deck. While I rode it more for a powder freeride board, you could take this thing in the park and never have to worry about it. It's just that solid. It lays trenches, it does a good thing, it kills it. It's just a great board. Now, as I've already mentioned, this is my favorite board from GNU for this year. This board's super high on my list of decks that don't suck and that you should buy. Now, for you guys that are smaller and the 157 is too big, get the women's version. It's just narrower and shorter. I know a bunch of guys that are riding the ladies version, so, you know, there you go. That's all you need to know about that.
This isn't Spam. This is board comparisons. The Dinosaurs Will Die Brewster. The K2 Simple Pleasures, the Lago Open Road, the DC Supernet, the Degenerati Model 1, the Rome Agent Alec.
Alright, so now you've decided what snowboard you're going to get, and you're going to decide where you're going to buy it. If you're shopping local, awesome. Slap your local shop guys a high five and tell them they're killing it. But for those of you that are buying online, Why don't you shop from one of the links we have down below? That way you support us and you get a deal on your snowboard.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That way you can see all the relevant or irrelevant snowboarding content that we're putting out for you guys. So smash that bell down below. That way you're getting a notification. And I'll see you guys in another video.